So it's been a pretty busy year, and I think that might be an understatement. 12 countries over 12 months. I've done a lot of driving this year. I think 30,000 miles just in this car alone. So that's not including Cupra and Polestar and Bentley and other brand stuff I've done and other places I've driven. It's been a busy one this year. And I've actually gone through and I've created a folder on my phone of my favourite images of this year. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go month by month, and I think that might be the best way to do it. So, start with January. So in January I shot my 1986 Mini Mayfair for the first time properly, and it's now been restored. That Mini has now been restored. It's beautiful. I'll be doing a video on that soon. And for this shoot for me was very much just enjoyable, just to go out. I got to drive the car properly for the first time because it's been really crap with weather, and it was nice just to be able to have that moment with something that I've always wanted to own, and it's my car. Obviously it wasn't loaned or borrowed from anyone, so that was nice. That was a really nice way to kickstart the year. After that became, when was that? So after the Mini shoot, I'd say let's go into February. So the first place I went to abroad was Dubai. So I went over to Dubai. I was there for 7 days, 6-7 days before I headed on to Hong Kong. And I got some really nice shots, and it was the first time that I'd actually had an extended period of time just to go out around Dubai and get some nice morning sunrise photos. And to be honest, Dubai was lovely. It was really nice. It was a nice little stepping stone on the way over to Hong Kong. And it was nice just to sit there and relax for a few days. And I was also there for the Chinese New Year, which meant I didn't get wind of this thing that was happening. It was the first time it ever happened in the world where drones were going to form the figure of a dragon and go around the building. It was the first time they were going to do it in the world. And I got this image of it, which looked pretty sick. Like, to be fair, it's a pretty cool thing to visually see. The photo looks like it's AI generated, but it's not. Like, that actually happened. It was really cool to watch and see, and I actually had to like break into, not like break is the wrong word, but I sneak into a hotel and go down into the pool area to get it. But the photo turned out pretty cool. After Dubai, I actually headed to Hong Kong. First time ever going to Hong Kong, so you can imagine how excited I was. And for those that have been here for a while, you know, because it was exciting. So there's actually quite a few shots from Hong Kong. I was in Hong Kong for 3 weeks, and I got some incredible photos while I was there. And whenever you go to a new place or a new location that you've always wanted to go to, you're like a kid in a candy shop, right? You're like, oh my God, this is insane. Like, what is going on? You're taking photos left, right, and center. And yeah, it was incredible. I loved the journey. I loved the whole process. It was a completely different place to anywhere I've ever been. So it was really nice to capture that. And there was a lot of, I guess, different styles of photography that you could capture in Hong Kong. Obviously, you have the night stuff, you have the day stuff, you have street stuff, you have long exposures, architectural. It's such an amazing place to go to. So if you ever get a chance, I do think you should I highly recommend going. And then if you're going to Hong Kong, I think that you should go and get your Chinese visa, because while I was there, I actually hopped across the border into mainland China. And I had a meeting, actually, at DJI. Well, it wasn't a meeting, I was actually meeting up with a friend that works at DJI who had been my contact, and we went for coffee and chat, but it actually allowed me time to go and take some shots around Shenzhen. So anyone that's been to China before, as soon as you enter into China, basically you lose access to like the basic things like Google, Signal, internet, etc. Everything goes, unless you have a specific SIM. I did have an eSIM, so it worked out, don't worry. I found my way around. However, I forgot to load up my card on my on WeChat or whatever it's called, on Alipay. I don't know. Basically, and I was stuck in the train station, and I had to like be that proper foreigner and be like, excuse me, please, can you help me? So anyway, it was fun, good experience. I got lost, then found my way again, and then found out that you could just use a VPN and it's fine. But it was a good laugh, and it was nice. I was only there for a day, but it was good. I enjoyed Shenzhen. So I hope to go back to mainland China at some point and explore a bit more. After Shenzhen. I went back to Hong Kong for a couple more days, and then I flew to Dubai, and then I flew straight from Dubai to Saudi Arabia, and then this is the beginning of March, I think it is. So beginning of March, I shot the Saudi F1 race, which was unbelievable. I got to be literally shoulder to shoulder with people like Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris, and shooting Lewis Hamilton up close and Charles Leclerc. It was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I also got to photograph Oliver Behrman for his first ever F1 race, which was incredible to watch and see and be part of, and get some amazing photos. And yeah, it very special. And it was really nice. And actually, just I love F1, but every time I've gone to see F1 before, it's actually been raining or crap weather or cold. So being able to go and watch the F1 and shoot the F1 in Saudi, where it was lovely and wet, like it wasn't too hot, but it was hot, but like not hot. And yeah, it was super nice to be able to shoot the F1 and be in Saudi. After that, I came back to the UK, got a couple of shots at the British GT test where Jessica Hawkins was testing for beach team racing. Got some shots of her there. And then the trip after that, I'm trying to think where I went after that. After that, I think it was, having a quick scan through, I think I did the British GT race, the first one of the season. And then, that was it. I had an Oppo campaign to shoot. And I decided that I was going to drive to northern Norway, to Henningsvær. So I drove this car all the way to northern Norway and stopped off in a bunch of countries along the way, got some amazing photos, and it was an amazing trip. It was really, really nice. Me and Roxanne did it together. Roxanne is my partner. We did it together. We slept most of the time in the back of the car. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. We're both quite small, so it was nice to be able to just kick back and relax. And after that, I mean, the shots from the Oppo phone actually turned out mega, like really, really well. Which you can obviously see on the screen, and that was pretty cool. It was really awesome to see the football pitch. Is like one of the most aerial photographed football pitches in the world. Now they're being really strict about drone photos and stuff around there in national parks in Norway. So if you are going there, be careful. But it was really amazing to be able to get that shot, and to be able to be there. And we met a guy called Matthias, who is an amazing guy, lovely gentleman, and yeah, he kindly invited me along, and I got to go and swim in the crazily cold Arctic Circle ocean, which was pretty cold. After that, I got back. I mean, we stopped off in places like Amsterdam. I shot in Copenhagen as well on the way back, and yeah, after that, I did a Bentley shoot, which was again incredible. Getting to drive the Bentley Flying Spur throughout the Cotswolds and Cornwall was lovely. Got some amazing photos of Roxanne with the Bentley, which was incredible. What else? What was after that? I think it might have been Silverstone F1 after that, maybe, if I'm getting my timeline right. Which was incredible, watching Lewis Hamilton absolutely smash it and get his first win in over 900 races, which was, obviously it's been pretty difficult for him at Mercedes. He's now moved over to Ferrari. You know the news if you're an F1 fan. But being there and capturing that photo of him winning that race, well, it was a panning photo, not of him literally winning the last, you know what I mean? But it was sick. It was really cool. And that was actually my most ever liked photo on Instagram, which was pretty cool. Festival Speed was after that. I think, was it the other way around? Festival Speed and then F1, or F1 and then Festival? I'm not sure. Anyway, did F1, did then Festival Speed, which was incredible. I was there with Polestar, which was the, I think, second of a Polestar shoot. Maybe it was the other Polestar shoot first. There was another Polestar shoot that I did up in the Lake District, which you can see on the screen. That was also an incredible experience. And then I was at Festival Speed with Polestar and MG UK, and again, an amazing experience to be able to capture some incredible shots. And then I did a meetup at the same time with Matcha, Ben, and Will us four did a meetup in London where a bunch of you, a load of the community came, and we did a huge walk around London. I think it was like 250 people, 300 people turned up, which was incredible. I will be doing more meetups in the next year. So in 2025, I will be doing more meetups. So if you are in the UK or elsewhere in Europe, I will be doing more meetups around Europe and the UK. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that's where I mostly announce them. But I do have the intention of uploading more on YouTube. So it will give me the chance to let you guys know here as well. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, because it'll be a lot easier for you to follow along. After that, I went to Nice. I went there with my dad. Took my dad on holiday for 9 days, which was really lovely. But it also gave me the opportunity to go out and shoot. Shot around Monaco, shot in Nice. Yeah, beautiful weather, beautiful time. And then, yeah, drove there as well. So I drove there and drove back. And then after that, I did a quick shoot with Roxanne, which was nice. Did a lot of shoots with Roxanne this year. It's been really nice for us to get back together and shoot together again. When I say back together, I don't mean like we were apart relationship-wise, but back together creatively. There was a period of time where in Australia until last year, she was too busy with work, so it was really hard for us to shoot together. So yeah, it's been nice for us to be back together shooting again, and hopefully we could do more of that. Had a shoot with Caterham as well. That was really, really cool. Only had the Caterham for 2 days, 2-3 days, but great fun. So I'm hoping next year, they have said I can do stuff with them next year. So hopefully going into 2025, we might be able to do a bit of a trip or something, go to some other locations around the UK. But that's to be seen. We'll see. That's in the works. After that, obviously, I got some incredible London shots with the iPhone 16 Pro, which is, it was great. I mean, phones these days are unmatched. You know, phones are crazy. Nothing compares to a camera, of course. Like that's not even a conversation these days. But a phone is invaluable for you to have in your pocket. So yeah, it was great to walk around London with a new phone and get some shots around London. And then I did Barcelona. I drove down to Barcelona and back as well. That was again with Roxanne, so it was nice to do that trip with Roxanne. Got some amazing photos, and it was the first time in Barcelona, so it was really nice. That was with Cupra. So I drove a Cupra down, did some stuff around Barcelona with Cupra, and then drove back. But at the same time, getting some street stuff, etc., etc. But it's just been, honestly, a full-on, every month, it's just been something going on or going away. And then I came back from that trip. I was home for, a little bit, and then I went again to Paris. I was in Paris for, well, actually on the way back from Barcelona, I did an iPhone 4 video in Paris. So I stopped off in Paris on the way home for a couple of hours, which was, again, really sick. But then I went back to Paris with Oppo. So Oppo invited me and a bunch of other creators to go and create some content in Paris. And it was actually really lovely. A lot of the times I've done trips like this where it could be hit and miss. Like sometimes something doesn't work out, or it's a bit of a headache sometimes. But honestly, Oppo, I don't know if you're watching this, yeah, what a trip. Really well done. All the activities were really nice. Everyone that was on the trip was really nice. And yeah, hands down, one of the best trips I've been on. So big shout out to Oppo for organising that. And then I came back to the UK and then straight on to another shoot with Polestar, which was really lovely. It was a bit more of an intimate shoot to the one I did in Lake District, but similar concept where they invite myself and a couple of other creators to this really beautiful hotel. And then we got to just sit down and create some content, talk, and it was just nice. It was just a nice vibe. Again, only 2 days we were there doing that. Managed to get some really nice photos and some nice video of the Polestar, which, again, really cool. And then amongst all that, there was a shoot that I did in Manchester United. They invited me up for the new launch. That was actually in July. They invited me up to do the launch of the new home kit, where they asked myself and other creators. There's actually a video that they created. I'll leave a link to it below if you want. It just goes onto a landing page. There's a video on that landing page. I'm part of that video if you want to watch that after this. Or alternatively, you can watch another video of mine. Who knows? Up to you. Anyway, that's in the description if you want to go and watch that. That was cool. And then they actually invited me back to shoot pitchside recently, last Sunday. And that was unbelievable. That video was the last video that I uploaded. So go and check that out actually after this video, because that was good fun to be pitch side shooting a team that I've always supported, and it was definitely an amazing experience. And this year has just been full of different experiences and actually very full on, but now I get to sit and reflect on the year, and it's unbelievable. What a year. Honestly, what a fantastic year. And to close off the year, which was the Man United thing, which was last Sunday, but to close off the year, I had one last trip away to Switzerland, which was for a campaign that I can't talk about, but it was amazing. I was shooting two Porsches. One was old, one was new, and you'll be able to learn more about that in March. So March of this year, you'll be able to learn about that. But until then, I can't say anything. So tight-lipped, but an amazing experience. So big shout out to the team that were involved in that. And yeah, I mean, I think we'll close off with some London photos. And obviously, London's has a big place in my heart. It's where obviously this channel took off and did really well. And I just can't thank you all enough for being a part of this journey and being here again for another year. I've been creating content since 2015, and I've been making YouTube videos since then, and it's been a long, hard, difficult process to be where I am now. And even now, you know, I have periods of time where I upload videos, I have concepts and I create videos and they don't do very well. And it's easy for us as creators, as YouTubers, as photographers to think when we have a dull period that it's us. But recently the Manchester United video is doing pretty well, and it's nice to see that there is still some concepts that I can create that do well. So going into 2025, my focus doesn't really change too much. I want to focus more on YouTube and make sure that that's my main focus. It's my baby, right? This is what I love doing. I love talking to camera. I love creating and taking photos and sharing with you lot that, you know, it's doable. You know, if I'm doing it, you can do it. And that's always going to be my philosophy. And I'm hoping I can do more meetups and stuff in the UK and elsewhere this year. I don't think I'm going to be traveling as much in the next year. I mean, like abroad. I don't think I'm going to be flying as much. I'll be driving around Europe for sure. That's definitely on the cards for this next year. I think I might do like a road trip around Europe. I'm not entirely sure what that entails, but that's the plan, loosely. But we'll see. There's lots to do, lots of places to go. And going into 2025, I just want you guys to set a really simple, easy, achievable goal and set your sights on it and just stick to it. With all that being said, we're going to jump into the hashtag OpticalWander over on Instagram, where you can show me the content that you're creating and I get to share it on this channel. I'm going to be doing that at the end of every single video that I upload in 2025. So if you do want a chance to be featured, make sure you're using the hashtag OpticalWander, which is up to, I'll try and talk properly, 848,000 posts. The way that it doesn't really share loads of new stuff every time, but I'm going to try and find new stuff whenever I do go on it. That's a pretty cool shot. That's actually really sick. That's very loud. Whoops, sorry. That's really cool. That's what happens when your phone's connected to your car. Like a lot of these I've seen recently, so I'm going to scroll past them and see if I can find some other new stuff. So if you are wanting to upload to the hashtag, make sure you do. This one as well, what a set. That's really cool. See, wide angle lenses in street settings, I think it's mega. Love it. Let's do two more. Let's go with this one. Lovely Christmas tones and feels. And we'll go with... did that one the other day. Let's keep looking. That's a cool shot. That's in Poland. And we'll do one more. Let's go with this one. Nice street set. Oh, that's really cool. I like that you've punched in there so you can kind of see the image at a bit of a higher quality. That's a really nice shot from the streets of New York. I actually have never shot in New York, and maybe that's something we can do in 2025. Who knows? With all that being said, create more, stress less, and I'll see you. See you in the new year. This is the last 20 seconds. This is the last 20 seconds of the video. You can either go and watch this video or any of the videos here, or alternatively, you can go and watch my most recent upload, or you can go down into the description and have a look at the Creator Academy video from Man United that I spoke about. go and create, go and have some fun, go and take some photos, because you never know where you're going to end up.